J. Imagine me above the trees, a victim of pure imagination. It's so sweet how I rise above the sky before your eyes. Imagine me above the trees, a victim of pure imagination. It's so sweet how I rise above the sky before your eyes. I can't picture me telling my little bro that it's twisted. What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. Late night NBA talk with Jay. Wednesday night, man. We got 4 games on the slate for Thursday. Let's try to get to some cash, my guys. You never stop. You never stop going, man. You never stop believing in what you believe in. You stand 10 toes down, what you believe in, man, and stay the same person no matter what's going on in your life, my guys. And it will. Life is about roller coasters. It's gonna be ups. There's gonna be downs, but just kind of gotta keep at it. You know what I'm saying? And never really just like lose faith in yourself. Always trust yourself, my guys. Let's go over here. First game up, man. Let's go over here to the streets of Philadelphia in this one, man. Sixers land 8 points at the house versus the Toronto Raptors in this one. Raptors coming off a big game, right? Versus the Milwaukee Bucks, winning smack them boys. They really winning. I'm really starting to get worried about those Bucks though. But obviously, this is a revenge spot technically for the Raptors. In this one, after losing, I believe in their second game of the season, they lost 114 to 107 in Toronto at the house as well. Philly was laying 5 in that one. Now they're laying 8 points at the house in this one, coming off a big win versus the Blazers as well. Smacked them up. They've had a couple days off as well, man. So actually, what 3 days off for the Sixers here, man. So you would hope that they don't really come out rusty in this particular spot. I'll be honest, guys, this Thursday slate isn't the best. And I mean, you could say that the Sixers might have like a little look ahead spot. They do have the Suns on deck as well. Possibly worry about them coming a little rusty. They did just get some added depth to them. I mean, you lose PJ Tucker, you're going to have Kelly Oubre coming into the starting lineup, but they will take a hit for your bench as well. So it'd be interesting to see if guys like KJ Martin, Nicholas Batum, or Marcus Morris and Robert Covington as well might play in this one, because they really do need the depth in this particular game, my guys. Y'all know what it is. Us Against the Bookies shirt, man. But yeah, Sixers land 8 here. Don't really have the best of looks. Maybe look towards the under in this particular spot. Obviously, Nurse and his old predecessor over there for the Raptors, they're going up against each other. This should be an under type of game, especially with the Raptors coming in off a back-to-back. They just put up 130. This will probably be more of a defensive type of game. I would lean to the under in this particular spot if I had to play it. Don't really like the spot. Raptors with revenge on their minds, but they are obviously on a back-to-back rest disadvantage here, and the Sixers are just a better overall team. Obviously, much better offense here, but I can say the Raptors do have a really good defense, and if they want to stay close in this game, it's going to have to start with defense. If I was to play this game, I would be looking towards the under 216. I might see what my total guys think about this one. They might be hopping on the under in this one. But like I said, I don't really have a great look on it, to be perfectly honest with you. Let's go over here to the streets of New Orleans in this one, guys. Pelicans land 7.5 points at the house versus the Detroit Pistons in this one. Now we got two opposite ends of the spectrum here. Pistons had a huge lead versus the Blade. Both teams coming in off a back-to-back, and they have to travel. Pistons game did end earlier, but they got a little bit of a longer fight. But I lean the Pistons here. Pistons, this is like a bounce back J spot here. The team that's getting 7.5 had a double digit lead and ended up losing it. The Pelicans had to come all the way down from 20 points, guys. I was watching this game. They came all the way. And remember what I told you, Zion has never lost in OKC. That still stands. They couldn't stop him. Nowhere near enough size down low to stop Zion. He could get whatever the hell he wanted in the paint. They come out there with the win. CJ McCollum had a big game as well, but they come back to the house in this one. Like I say, and you got Money Williams as well going back to New Orleans. Remember, they fired him there. He always has something to say when he goes back to New Orleans. The Pelicans have actually beaten the Pistons 5 straight times. I probably should play this, to be honest with you, man. The 7.5's out there right now. I do kind of like this spot. I really try not to force it, to be perfectly honest with you, but I truly believe that that the Pistons plus the 7.5 is the right side here. Obviously, they're a young team. Alec Burks sat out tonight. Also, Jalen Duren sat out as well. I can't tell you, I probably wouldn't even lean the Pistons if Duren isn't out there. maybe that Money Williams knew that he was going to put all his chips and try to come and win this game in New Orleans. That's why he sat Burks and Dern, which Dern does have an ankle injury, but it's kind of crazy. They say it was game time decision, then ruled him out like 10 minutes later, like an hour and 30 minutes for the game. But this is a Piston spot coming off two straight losses, two straight bad games as well. Cade Cunningham owned it. He knows that they turned the ball over way too many times versus the Blazers. This is third game in 4 nights for both teams as well. I just feel like this is the type of game that we should probably be taking the points here. Pelicans are like a sporadic type of team. If they're not hitting their threes, then they really don't even play defense. Like they were really, I think they started out the game like 1 for 18 from three, my guys. And kept, I hate watching the game like that where it's just like you're going to keep chunking up threes. But that game was more on the Thunder losing it, in my opinion, than the Pelicans coming back to win it. Still kind of up in the air with the Pelicans, especially until they get Najee Marshall, Jose Alvarado, and Trey Murphy back. Three really big pieces of their rotation. That's why they're having to play Jordan Hawkins and Matt Ryan and Kyra Lewis Jr. off the bench. When those threes come back, I guarantee you that, I mean, you might see some Jordan Hawkins. Matt Ryan is a sniper from three, but you probably won't see much from those guys when they get their three main rotational players back, my guys. So I heavily lean Pistons here plus the 7.5. Whether I bet it or not, I'm here to bring you the info. I really think this is a right side. And like I said, at Money Williams angle there, it's probably going to be really on his team. Like, let's go out here and win this game here. And the Pelicans probably should have lost to the Thunder. And just last point, when you come back from down 20 points and have to expend all of that energy just to come back and win the game, which I told you that was a play-in revenge spot. That was a big game. The Pelicans really wanted it. They're going up against a young, deep Pistons squad. You just worry about the Pistons turning the ball over. But if these guys, if Duren does play and they get Alec Burks in there, they can knock down some threes and take care of the ball. Wouldn't be a bit surprised if this was a 2-3 point game with a few seconds left, with the Pistons have a chance to win this one outright. So I believe this one opened up at the offshores at 8. It went down to 7.5. I agree with that line move. If I could have got Pistons plus 8, if I would have seen it, I probably would have just went on ahead and took it just on principle. But like I say, even plus 7.5, I truly believe that the Pistons are the right side here. I'm gonna sleep on it. I try not to force plays, but I kind of just go with how I feel, what I think is right. Situationally, I am a situational bettor. Situationally, I'd be taking the points with the Detroit Pistons in this particular spot, my guys. Let's head over here to Utah in this one. Jazz getting the point. I did put some on this one at Magic plus 1.5 at BetMGM, and it's crazy. Right after I bet it, this shit went to -1, but it was 1 at other spots. But I mean, you basically even plus 1.5, +1, you can get +1 on Bet Rivers right now. If you have sports, if you're in a legal sports betting state, guys, and you have it, can bet on your phone, you should have as many sports books as you can. So I'm saying, I found out Sports Illustrated had a sports book. All right, bet, let me put some money in this one. I didn't triple the money since I opened that account a couple of days ago. You see what I'm saying? So you got to have as many outs as possible, man. There's going to be different lines. There's going to be discrepancies from book to book, but I took the Magic here, and I said it that if you the real ones that watch the show, I said it, if the Jazz beat the Grizzlies, which I expected them to, even though I didn't bet it, I said we're going to be on the Magic today. I'm a man of my word. I have to go with my spots. I like the spot. I watched the post game interviews for the Magic. They're pissed off. They barely lost their game versus the Lakers. Should have won it. Then next night versus the Clippers, obviously they was going to get smacked, knowing that they let one go. But this is what they say. They're pissed off. They're ready to bounce back, and they're also wanting to leave this road trip 2-2. You see what I'm saying? So when you win the first game on the road trip, you lose the next two and you got one more game, you're almost going to put all your effort into like, come on, let's try to salvage this road trip. We're not trying to go 1-3 on this road trip. I do think that this is the better team as well, regardless if the Jazz are on the back-to-back. I like this Magic team a little bit more. I like this is an up-and-coming team over there in the Eastern Conference. They're in a weak division as well. They could, if the Magic wanted to, they could probably make the playoffs this year, at the very least a play-in team. That's how much confidence I have in the Magic and Jamal Mosley over there. He's a really good coach, defensive-minded coach. The Magic know that they have to come in this one with defense first. This is not the Memphis Grizzlies here. Grizzlies were giving the Jazz whatever the hell they wanted. Jazz went out there and smoked them, but I just feel like it's going to be a little bit tougher game tonight. Magic have a lot more offense than the Grizzlies did, because it was basically just Desmond Bane and Jaren Jackson Jr. out there, and barely even that. Magic have a ton of different scores. Franz Wagner, Franz Wagner, Markel Fultz, man, Cole, guys like Cole Anthony coming off the bench. I mean, you got Wendell Carter Jr. They have the bigs that can bang down there with Laurie Markin and John Collins and Walker Kessler as well. I like the bench play, the scoring. Punch off the bench a lot better for the Magic, and Jazz coming off an easy win, Magic coming off a blowout loss. This is a bounce back J spot. I will take the Magic here minus the one. Don't really love this slate, but this is something that I said I was going to be on anyway. So I'm on the Magic. Let's break out the Magic ones, man. Let's try to get on a streak. After me starting out the season so horribly, it's time for me to get on a streak here, my guys. I mean, let's do it, man. Let's do it, man. But give me the Magic here, minus the one, plus one money line. I mean, money line is basically at minus 110. It's basically a pick 'em type of game. I do believe the Magic will come out on top and even up this road trip, come out 2-2 before they go to the house in this one. I am on the Orlando Magic as my play for Thursday, my guys. Last game up. Honorable mention here. We're going to Phoenix in this one. Suns land 7.5 at the house versus the San Antonio Spurs. Suns might be a little pissed off. Their baseball team just lost in the World Series there. Regardless, all they go Texas Rangers. But I'm working on the first quarter system. It is 2-0 so far this season, guys. But my first quarter system would say to take this line isn't even out yet. It would say to take the Suns in the first quarter here. Now, a couple of things I'll keep my eye on. If Jeremy Sochan keeps starting over Trey Jones, I don't like that. Sochan is not a pure point guard. That's why you have to watch some of these games, because some of these type of little intricacies, it really matters in my opinion. You see them closing with Trey Jones. You see what I'm saying? So he's the one real point guard on the team. If Sochan starts this game, I definitely don't like that for the Spurs start here. We know that they got down big in the last game by 20 points at the snap of a finger, came all the way back and won, and they cashed for us, and I sure appreciate it. But also, what did I say on the show the other day? Maybe the Spurs keep this game close, and then the Suns smack them the next game. So I still lean Suns here, even first. So first quarter would be a system play, but the first half and full game, I'm heavily leaning Suns here. I guess it like if I was to force plays, I could make 5 plays, take Pistons plus the 7.5, Magic minus the 1, and I could take Suns first quarter, first half, and full game. I truly believe those go 5-0. Right now, I'm only on Magic. The Suns first quarter would qualify for my system play, to be honest with you, and I think it's gonna cash. It's not out yet. I'm gonna sleep on it. I'm bringing you guys the info the night before so you can make the decision. I am going live tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, with my brother Ronald Cobain. We'll see what he likes. There's going to be more info. We got 4 games to really dive into, but those will be my spots right there. Pistons plus 7.5, Magic minus the 1, which I already bet them at plus 1.5, but still basically money line. You know what I'm saying? So I already took the Magic to win the game, but also honorable mention Suns in the first quarter. That's a system that I'm working on. I really think if I can crack this code, this shit's going to hit at 70-75%, my guys, which is a very high rate. Suns first quarter would be a top look in that game, but I still lean their way in first half and full game as well. Need to see if Devin Booker is going to play in this game, but I think even without him, they showed that the Spurs just didn't really have much for him. Unfortunately, this is another NBA TV game. They do like for Wemby to look good on national TV, but I situationally Suns early in this game to bounce back. KD is going to come out pissed. He feel like he got fouled. I watched the replay a few times. I mean, probably could have called the foul there, but you can't be soft. You can't be soft. Go strong with it. You see what I'm saying? So it probably could have been called a foul, but I like the no call from the refs. If you want to be soft with it and he took your cookies, it is what it is. But I know for a fact KD is going to be absolutely pissed. He's going to come out and probably put 30, 35 on the Spurs head, because remember, they couldn't stop him. They couldn't stop him with anybody. You see what I'm saying? So Suns have the advantage here. They probably go out there and catch the trifecta spot. I might end up on the first quarter, but we're gonna just stay tuned for that. I'll let you guys know tomorrow what I actually end up betting for tonight. I'm on the Magic. That's my overnight play. That's what I'm on, my guys. I might only be on that one, but I'm telling you my spots and how I look at the game. And I really do think them shits go 5-0, to be perfectly honest with you, my guys. When I start seeing shit right, watch out, man. That's the only thing I'm gonna say. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not feeling myself or anything like that. I'm still pissed off, still probably not down units overall, like as far as the members channel, but like on the show is what really matters, because I know everybody's not a member. So like this is what I got, put my heart and soul into this. So the fact that the show overall is still down, I'm pissed off. I'm putting my head down. Keep going with my spots. Never get too high. Never get too low, my guys. I'm rocking with the Magic on a bounce back J spot. Going against the Jazz off a blowout win, backing the Magic in a bounce back spot, coming off a blowout loss here. To be perfectly honest with you, I think the Suns in the first quarter is a really good look. Could see them going out there building a lead and not losing it this time and smacking up the Spurs trifecta style, and also lean towards the Pistons plus the 7.5. Money Williams going back to his old stomping grounds. That's the show, my guys. If you're here watching it, the 147 people, I appreciate y'all watching the night show. We'll be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern. If you can, if you could be so kind, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to join the channel as well and get some extra perks with the member channel, I can't talk you off, but you don't absolutely have to. Also, go download the Action Network app right now, guys. You got plenty of expert cappers in there posting picks for free, professional sports bettors in baseball, in soccer, in college football, NFL, every sport you can think of, boxing, whatever. We got it all over there. Articles. I mean, you could get a pro subscription over there. They got projections for props, literally everything. The Action Network app. Even before I was partnered up with them, I've used the Action Network app for the last 3 or 4 years, and I'm on it all the time. It's a really good tool for your betting a lot of different ways, totals, everything, my guys. So go download the Action Network app right now. They have a free version. They also, if you really want to be like a professional, they have a paid version as well that gives you even more projections and lets you know money percentages and shit like that, my guys. But even the free app, you can still see all the professional sports bettors. They're tracking their picks, all that good stuff. Let's get some cash, man. Y'all have a good night. Y'all come back and check it out as well. 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, my guys. Let's keep going, man. And everybody that's sticking with me as well, that shit really does mean a lot to me. It's the reason why I'll do this forever for the people, my guys. J Money is money. Let's go, my guys. Let's get this cash. We will win. We're cashing. We're getting on a run. Let's go. Good night. It's all love. See you tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern. Let's go.